This is World of Tanks news for February 6, 2020. So obviously the big news story is that the black market is back. As of right now, there have been two vehicles announced. The first one was the Lance and C, and the second one was the AMX 1357 GF. So the Armored Patrol is reporting a patch on the test server, which means that perhaps you can play on the test server already. And then we have the AMX 1357 was the vehicle that was selling earlier today. There's going to be a new one in a few minutes. On North America, there was a delay, which means that everyone for black market is getting the offer at exactly the same time, but there is a delay for North America, which is, I believe, an 8-hour delay. There's a new RNG video, and we have over here you can see that they sold 40,000 Lance and Cs in 2 minutes. So they do sell very quickly. Over here there's a report on the Armored Patrol about betting for tanks with the black market. We're going to have more on this later. This might be related to an Australia event for the Australia bushfires. You can see that someone has, over here it says Wargaming Asia disclosed there will be betting for some tanks. People are saying that the Object 777 is a tank that might be coming along soon. On NA and EU servers, we have the T110E3 for the top of the tree and the on-track missions, which means you can get discounts of 50% off on the lower tiers and 30% off on the higher tiers, plus you have EXP missions. There's the M53 Equalizer on World of Tanks console. The M53 Equalizer is an American M53 SPG, but it's also a 4-shot autoloader, and I believe it fires very quickly. It's an awesome tank. I would love to have that tank. And there was a study from Wargaming about video gamers or video games. There's going to be a lot of news today, so I will try to move as quickly as possible. Rita Status Report has more videos. This is a Churchill restoration. And she has a video. Okay, this is about the Concept 1B. More on that later. This is the Concept 1B, which is an American tank. Look at that turret. It's going to be beautiful. And then she has some videos. We're going to have more on that later. She has a video with Shermans driving down the street. For the community contributor competition, the person on the right, I'm sorry, I don't know who he is. It says Lebwa. He was the one with the highest ranking. And they have an announcement about, this is on WOT Clue, they have an announcement on that particular event, and these are the graphs that show the progress in the event and how they were able to achieve it. This is a sales graph for the black market, so you can see how the items were sold very quickly. In this case, it's the Alpine Tiger, the Panzer Kampfwagen. This is for 2019. So you can go to this website. Perhaps we'll see it later in this video, and you can look at the graphs on your own. WOT Leaks has the Concept 1B. This is from the Super Test server. They have a belief that a lot of the new premium tanks are Tier 9 premium tanks, and they believe that Wargaming is trying to move people into higher tiers to move them out of Tier 8. This is from Project 42. I'm going to show you a little bit of the video. These are German wheeled vehicles, which are light tanks, and we know that they're obviously very popular. I would love to play these vehicles, and I'm looking forward to them coming out. Project 42 does research for future vehicles that can be included in World of Tanks. In a previous episode, they had Russian wheeled vehicles. So obviously wheeled vehicles are coming soon. So we have Dynasty Wars. I'm on the Tiger team. The Tiger team is losing on the NA server. We're pretty far behind. There are people reporting that it's possible to complete the entire event in one day. I would say, at my slow rate, I'm doing 2 levels per day. We have this is the Forge Contest Epic Winner. This is a contest where people are submitting vehicles in an artistic manner. You can see this is a lasagna noodle tank. And they're showing all the prizes, which these may have been from last year. It does say from February. I don't know if this is this year's winner or last year's winner, but there's information if you want to go see the prizes, the E75 TS, and a vehicle of their choice. There are 3D Styles t-shirts and premium account prizes in the weekend tournaments on the EU server. Plus, the Reveloris is offered on the EU server, and it's possible you might be able to get last week's Canaan Yag D Panzer 105. Here's an announcement about how World of Tanks Asia was able to raise 90,000 Australian dollars for Australian bushfire. It wasn't a silent auction. We had a donor who donated $5,000. 3 donors contributed 10,000. They were selling these vehicles, for example, the FV215B for over $1,000, Foch 155, IS-3A, and the Type 59. And it said that there was an outbid at the last minute. So that might explain the betting that was announced on the Asia server. That was, in fact, the Asia server. Okay, so this is World of Tanks console. There is a clan announcement. We have the M53 equalizer autoloader. I thought it was a cool video. I thought it was pretty cool to watch. It fires very quickly. It looks like it's going to be a low damage gun. The orbital nukes event, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. And then we have WOT Blitz. Realistic battles are back. Unfortunately, I don't know what realistic battles are, but if you're interested in that, they're back. This is, I don't remember the name, if it's OSR 201. This is a new vehicle. This is on World of Tanks RU. So if you go to the World of Tanks RU news page, you can see about this vehicle, which is right here. Look for the 201. I believe it's not Object 201. I haven't seen this announced on any of the other news sites, so it's a unique announcement. This over here is might be some sort of a prize giveaway announcement, and this is obviously a vehicle, a tank that was announced. This is that's not a new tank in the game. That's either like a restoration project or something like that. This is tank racing. This is an event on the RU server, which is coming out in a couple of days on the Paris map. So the Twitter page for World of Tanks is where people were finding the announcement about the delay on the NA server. They weren't posting in the forums, and it also was repeated on the Discord server. So Twitter is apparently where you're going to find the news announcements for World of Tanks. There's also a discussion about the Britannia Panther as tank rewards. This is tank rewards. You can see the Britannia Panther is the final prize, or 7 days of premium. Because I already have the Britannia Panther from a loot box, I would get the 7 days of premium. There's a Valentine 2 and some garage slots with premium time. We have blueprints and equipment and crew boosters. The T110E3 is on track and top of the tree for NA and EU. This is a forum post on the Asia server where they're keeping track of the Black Mark 2020 tanks. I'm going to reload it right now. There's going to be a new tank in a few minutes. The Lance and Sea was 8.5 million credits, and the 1357 GF, which is 1357 from the grand finals, is 7,000 gold. And he puts a total for the cost of everything and when the offers change. So look for that Black Market 2020 tank price list. Search for it on a search engine, and you should be able to find that. So Sam Lockhart has a video. This is from a couple weeks ago, but it's about some new tanks that will be coming out. One is a French tank called the Borasque. Another one is a Char Futur. I believe that this one was announced, and it's a Tier 9 medium. Actually, it looks like a tank destroyer. I don't know what this is, but it's a Tier 9 tank. And then we have the Object 752. So look for Sam Lockhart. It is SAHM. Look him up on YouTube. I'll show you his spelling. It's right here. And this is a video from January 17th with his Leaked-ish series. This is an announcement on PowerUpGaming.com. This is about the bushfire, the Australia bushfire auction. This is from WGStatus.com. You can look up, for example, on the Lance & Sea, you can look up the sales. There were 40,000 units for sale. You can see how quickly they sold. In 1 minute, the majority of the units sold, and then they tapered out a little bit. There's information, for example, you can look up all of the servers, and you can see how much use is on each server. You can also see that there's a little bit of outages. There's some outages maybe from when they're resetting. This over here is a small brownout on the NA server. Look for a smooth graph. This is not because of player gameplay. This is for some other reason. This right here is actually normal. When you see that there's a peak and then it becomes a normal peak, that's perfectly normal. This sudden loss has to be some sort of a lag spike. These are spikes over here. This is a lag spike. A smooth graph is normal traffic. This is the Object 7772 and the KPZ50T. This is from a Des Games video that was released a few hours ago. So you can see his discussion of these two vehicles. And then we have my blog, which is WOT.blog.cheapbooks.com, where I put a lot of videos and news announcements from top streamers and from wargaming. Okay, so that's it for news for today. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch and subscribe to my YouTube channel.